I was on antidepressants for 7 years of my life, and I've been off of them for it's been almost 4 years since I've been off of them. And yeah, this is my story. My name is Mary, and I come from a childhood of feeling very unwanted, unlovable, and worthless. And I was always a really depressed child and really sad and really hopeless. I stayed home from school a lot. I struggled every single day. I struggled with self-harm and eating disorders from like the age of 5 years old. And as I got older, it just got worse and worse and worse. And I never felt like that. Oh, there's an otter. That is so freaking cool. I always felt like something was wrong with me and that I was fundamentally flawed and that I was the problem my whole life. I never attributed my feelings to my shitty situation. And, as a teenager, I was taken to the doctor, and the doctor put me on antidepressants right away. And I kind of stuck with that until my mid-ish 20s. And antidepressants didn't fix anything for me because nothing was wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't actually have any sort of disorder or mental health issue. My symptoms were from my shitty situation growing up, and I had so much stored pain inside of me and so much stored self-loathing that this pain manifested every day in my life as depression. This pain manifested as anxiety. This pain manifested as self-sabotage. And I just felt so out of control all the time that I believed the narrative that something was wrong with me. I told myself that depression ran in my family. I told myself that addiction ran in my family. Anxiety ran in my family. Really, trauma ran in the family. And I've come to realize that I am the one who's here to break that cycle of trauma, and the cycle ends with me. So for 7 years, I took antidepressants, and for some of those years, I was actually on bipolar medication because my moods just got so extreme that I truly believed something was wrong with me, because I would just go into these manic phases where I would feel like really, really good and do really stupid things, and then I would come crashing down. And if you've struggled with this, like, those pits of despair are the worst thing that you can go through. Like, the hopelessness and the self-loathing, that is just hell on earth. It's what hell is. And I was exhausted. I was so exhausted. I didn't want to live anymore. And antidepressants didn't help me solve anything. Antidepressants didn't help me understand anything about myself. If anything, they just made me feel numb inside, and they validated the narrative that something was wrong with me and I had to take a pill to fix it, even though it wasn't fixing anything. I was still very, very out of control and experienced deep, dark depression while taking antidepressants and bipolar medication. And what changed for me was finally being on my own. I had jumped from relationship to relationship in my early 20s. And I think when I was 25, I ended this toxic relationship I was in for good. And being alone for the first time in my life, like not with a partner, was a crazy feeling. Like being alone for the first time as an adult was a crazy feeling. And when I cut ties to that toxic relationship, I experienced a flood of emotion come out of me, and I was crying and feeling like that was the worst feeling I could ever experience. And then I took a book, I took my journal, and I just wrote and wrote and wrote. And what came out of me was memories. All the memories of my past and my childhood, I just wrote all of them out. And for the first time in my entire life, I acknowledged my feelings. I acknowledged what happened to me. I acknowledged how shitty I felt. And writing all this down and truly feeling it, like I was crying for every page that I was writing. Like I can go back to those pages and there are tear stains on them. Feeling those emotions all over again, like for the first time since they happened, and validating that to myself opened the gates to my healing. And by no means has it been an easy journey. That was just the beginning. But it was a start. Like, it was the start of me validating my truth. And your feelings, your genuine feelings about something are always your truth. And for the first time, I wasn't blaming myself for how shitty my life was. I was acknowledging that something happened to me that made me feel this way. And I deserve to feel angry. I deserve to feel sad. I deserve to feel confused. I deserve to just cry. And it's been a few years since that time. It's been a few years since I first wrote out all of my memories and felt all those raw emotions. And I have finally gotten to a place of inner safety and true self-love and self-compassion. And I really feel called to share this message with you because I think it's the most important message that anyone could ever hear. Compassion is always your compass in life, and your pain and suffering deserves compassion. It doesn't matter how big or small you think the trauma is or whether your trauma is valid, but like if there is a feeling there, that means it's real. That means your body registers it as a real threat, a real feeling, a real energy that's weighing you down, and that deserves your compassion. And over the past few years, my journey has been about becoming the inner parent that I've always dreamed of, because I was always projecting the role of savior onto other people. I believed that someone else could save me from my own life, and even up until recently, like, I was still playing out this narrative that, you know, my boyfriend could save me from my life, or my best friend could save me, or whoever, right? Like, I was just constantly projecting my own power onto other people, and I would see everything I wanted to be in another person. And yeah, that's a hard truth to swallow. Like, no one is coming to save you in your life, and you have to step up as that capable inner parent that your inner child has always dreamed of being. And I used to think that inner child healing was about, being carefree and being whimsical and like being childlike as an adult and tapping into that childlike carefree energy. But inner child healing is about creating safety for your inner child. And in order to create safety, your inner child needs to see and experience a capable, resourceful, resilient, strong inner parent who never backs down from her. And your inner parent needs to be unconditionally loving. Your inner parent can't place any conditions onto your inner child. So when your inner child feels scared or depressed or shitty or is doubting herself, like, she knows that there is a space within her that she can go to be saved. And she's being saved by you. She's being comforted by you. She's being validated by you. You have to do this for yourself. No one else can do this for you. Your boyfriend can't do this for you. Your parents can't do this for you. Your best friend can't do this for you. Some mentor that you pay online can't do this for you. Your therapist can't do this for you. You have to be the one to prove to yourself that you will always be there to yourself, be there for yourself, no matter how shitty it gets. And that is what has led me to where I am today, to the place of inner peace that I've arrived at today. And I live my life now with a sense of inner peace because I am rooted in the knowing that no matter what happens, I can handle it. If my boyfriend left me today, it would suck, but I could handle it, right? I'm strong and resourceful. If someone I love died right now, it would suck, but I could handle it because I am strong and I'm resourceful. If I lost my job today, I could handle it because I'm strong and I'm resourceful. You never let that inner child down. And it doesn't mean that you don't get scared anymore, you don't feel depressed anymore. You validate that side of you and you validate that part of you always, and you allow yourself to feel those feelings, but you never cast judgment onto that experience. You only look at yourself through the lens of love and through compassion. You're allowed to feel shitty. You don't have to judge yourself so hard. And this space where we can break down completely and all feelings are allowed, this is the space where we can go to be reborn into something greater, into someone stronger, into someone who has an expanded capacity to feel things in life. This is where you become wiser. And it's a liberating feeling. And sure, this journey might seem harder. It might seem easier to take a pill every day and just be done with it. But I think this journey is really worth it. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for listening.